Global Sensor Systems was founded in 1986, but the idea for the technology was actually invented in the late 70s by my dad, uncle, and grandfather. And it's a sensor that you stick to the back of the truck. It's connected to the brake line of a commercial vehicle, and anytime something gets within close proximity of the back of the truck, it applies the brakes automatically and prevents a potential collision. My dad, being the idea guy and the outside the box thinker, he sees a problem and he wants to find solutions. Him and my grandpa put their heads together and in my grandfather's garage came up with the first contactless automatic reverse braking system. Our system is really unique. There's a lot of technologies out there that use sensors, but what separates us from the others is, one, we use infrared sensor technology. And that means that our sensor is sending out a pulse light and it's looking for an object to bounce its own information off of and back to the sensor. So if there's nothing there, it's not going to trigger the sensor, which means there's no such thing as false positives. So that's really important because a lot of other technologies have false positives and it creates a distrust between the drivers and the technology. The problem that we solve is a very emotional problem. Backing accidents are the number one type of accident in the waste and recycling industry. And I'm not just talking about trucks backing into parked cars or buildings. I mean, there are numerous fatalities that continue to happen even today. I can't tell you how many stories I've heard where kids have been run over by garbage trucks or senior citizens or homeless people or even companies' own employees. Our system, it's obvious. It's obvious when a truck is reversing and somebody walks out behind it and the truck stops. That is an obvious positive impact of a life saved or a crisis averted. So when I say it's an emotional solution, it's because we're solving an emotional problem.
Just did a demo with some folks that came down from Canada on some safety equipment that would stop the truck from hitting anything or anyone. It means a lot because we're going to be selling parts that's going to save somebody's life one day.
The thing that separates Global Sensor Systems from those other companies is the customer service that we provide. And I know that sounds really corny, but when I say we work shoulder to shoulder with your team, I mean we work shoulder to shoulder with your team. I'm out there working with the techs, I'm out there working with the operations supervisors, the fleet managers, the drivers, corporate. I want to hear everything people have to say about their problems, the solutions that they're looking for, why they're choosing Global Sensor Systems, and how I can make sure that the adoption of this technology is a success for the entire team. We're small by design. We don't have a sales and marketing team. The people that we work with, we want to give them our undivided attention. We're really specialized in that way. And I want people to feel like when they work with us, they're part of the global family, they're part of the global solution. When people think of global, I want them to think of my dad and my grandpa working in the garage, creating a solution that's going to help them, that's going to help save lives, that's going to make it different and elevate the standard and expectation of fleet safety.